Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Hope you're doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your prediction for December 2025. Keep in mind, it's a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, don't get upset. Just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. Be sure to check out your other placements. Also, I wanted to thank you for being a Time Traveler member. This video, I felt bad through meditation. I was like, you know what? It's really not fair to the regular subscribers because they received the monthly predictive reading for the first, 11 months of the year. And I felt bad just kind of leaving them hanging in December. So I thought the fair thing to do was I'll make this video available to you first. And then 48 hours from now, the regular subscribers can see it. But as of January 2026, the monthly predictive reading will be exclusive to you. But yeah, I thought that was like a fair way of doing it. It's just that would be terrible to leave someone like they get the monthly predictive reading every month and then the last month of the year they don't get it. So I hope you understand that I'm doing that. But again, you do get to see it first. So let's tap into the Leo collective now for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know for December 2025? What does Leo need to know for December? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, you have the Two of Swords. In the top row, you have the Queen of Swords, the Fool, and the Eight of Pentacles. Flanking your Two of Swords is the Ace of Wands, the Sun, and in the bottom row, you have Strength, you have Judgment, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. Sneak peek now into January. Can't believe we're heading into a new year. Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. You then have Three of Swords to the Nine of Wands here. Looks like you're getting some clarity about why some situation did not work out. But it looks like that's coming to you in January. Let's focus on December for now. I'm going to clarify these cards with the After Tarot deck. The images are a bit different, and therefore that changes the meanings a bit for the cards in this deck. But we'll go through them as needed in your reading. Let's begin to clarify this, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. For December 2025, we are clarifying Queen of Swords, the Fool, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Two of Swords, the Sun, Strength, Judgment, and the Seven of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Swords is being clarified by the Ten of Swords. I freaking love this for you already. The Fool is clarified by the Five of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Ten of Cups. The Ace of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Wands. The Two of Swords is clarified by the World. Brava. Bravo, brava, my love. The Sun, clarified by the Emperor. Oof, just got goosebumps. Strength, clarified by the Hangman. Judgment, clarified by the Three of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Fool. You, my darling, have a new beginning in December. Let's see what this is all about. Sneak peek now into January. Nine of Cups, the Tower, and Hierophant. And that leaves the Page of Wands, Eight of Cups, Knight of Swords here, Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Your overall energy for the month of December is the Two of Swords to the World card. There's something here in your life, and it's different for all of you, situation, environment, connection. Maybe the way you have been conducting your business. Maybe it's in regards to whether or not you want to keep a particular person in your life, or if you want to change jobs, or maybe learn something new. What that decision is different for all of you. But if you were to turn the page and move on from it and do something differently, it would be a significant chapter closing out in your life. And you seem to be undecided here with that decision. So you're entering the month of December. I'm not sure if I want to continue doing ABC, or I don't know if I want to continue, connecting with this person or engaging in this relationship or doing this job, or I don't know if I want to learn the new skill or, launch a business or change up a current business model. Again, it's a pretty significant decision to you. It's weighing heavy on your mind. You're entering the month of December with that, but you seem to be undecided, like, I don't know if it's time to do that or not. The Queen of Swords to the Ten of Swords. This is why I said I freaking love this reading for you, because Queens in Tarot for me, and all four queens, I feel like they exist in the present the way they do, based upon their past experiences. It's a very present slash past experience for me. And so the Queen of Swords would be the energy, and you could be masculine. I don't read body parts, only read energy. The energy of the Queen of Swords is, I'm looking back at all of the hardship or something here that didn't work out, or something that left me feeling defeated or disappointed, or I never really got that end goal that I was wishing or dreaming for. But you're looking at it now through a different lens, through a lens of clarity, and you're understanding why something didn't work out the way it should have. I feel like you're figuring it out. Oh, I launched a business, it wasn't successful. Oh, I'm starting to understand why. Doesn't mean I necessarily have to give up on the business, but maybe I have to change around the business model or the business plan or work on my schedule. For others of you, you had a significant connection end in your life this year, or maybe just within the last month or two, but still the feeling of like you entered December like, not sure, do I really want to let this person go or not? Or why did things end the way it did with that person? But again, you're finding clarity. So for some of you, you have not closed this out, meaning you haven't made a decision, but you're starting to gain clarity, and therefore a decision will be made. For others of you, you have closed something out, but you weren't quite sure why it had to close out, or why it had to end the way it did, or why it didn't work out the way you anticipated it working out. Either way, whether it's something that, like I said, just closed out for you, or you're closing it out this month and you're going back and forth here, should I not? Either way, you're gaining clarity. And both groups of you are closing it out. I can definitively tell you that. So if there was something here and you were like, I don't know if I want to continue A, B, C, D, I don't think you're continuing A, B, C, D come December. I think you're finally over it. You're moving on from the failed business model, or you're moving on from the failed connection, or you're making a very decisive decision here to like find a new job or launch your own business or something like this here. Like, I'm leaving this here. It just didn't work out for me. And for others of you where you are like, I'm not sure if I want to make this decision, you're getting the clarity to make the decision. So both camps are leaving something behind here in 2025, December 2025. And you're both now on this new timeline of this new beginning. Five of Swords to the Fool card. There's no argument. There's, in the After Tarot deck, we're not fighting over this. I'm taking my lessons and I'm walking away. And you're walking into this new path. So again, I'll try to give you all the different messages that are here. Obviously, only take the ones that resonate for you. If you are a Leo and you are a business owner, you're not necessarily deciding to like close out your business, or, I'm not going to continue doing whatever ABC is. I figured out what I was doing wrong or what I need to modify and do differently. And it's like, there's no argument about it here in my mind. I see now kind of the error of my ways, right? And I'm going to move forward with the business, but I'm going to do it differently. If you're a Leo and there was some project here that you weren't quite sure you're going to work on it, not work on it, you're making this decision whether or not you're going to work on it or not work on it. And again, there's peace here in the Leo collective. So you're leaving something behind or someone behind, or you're modifying something here, but you're doing it of your own free will, of your own free accord, after considerable thought, looking at what worked, what didn't work, why some things had to end, or what needs to be modified. And you're forging forward and you're working hard now towards this new goal. And that goal is different for all of you, but the intended purpose is it makes you happy. So I'm walking into singlehood and I'm going to work very hard at being happy being single. I'm walking towards wanting to find a new job. I'm doing it with great hope and optimism in my heart. I want to learn this new skill or learn how to play the guitar or the trumpet, whatever it is. I'm doing it with great happiness. So you're putting behind something that was heavy or didn't work out. You're modifying it, changing it, leaving it behind. And now you're working on something new. There's a new project, a new plan, a new goal, or like I said, just taking care of yourself. But the goal here seems to be whatever you're working on in December, you're doing it because it brings you happiness, which tells me whatever you are engaging in or whom you were engaging with, because it's different for all of you, right? Person, place, or thing. It wasn't making you happy. And I think that's your realization. It's not just that you weren't getting the results that you desired. It's that it wasn't making you happy. And now you're moving towards happiness. The Two of Swords and the World card is the Ace of Wands to the Seven of Wands. You're moving towards something new. And again, I don't what that new is, different for all of you. But you're moving towards it. You're energized, you're excited, you're grounded, you're passionate, and you're defending your right to move in this new direction. So if you are changing jobs and the current employer is, trying to contest that and say, well, we don't want you leaving, you're like, no, this is my line of sand. I gave you 2 weeks notice. I'm done. I found something else, another job that'll make me happy. This place no longer makes me happy. I see that with great clarity. And for others of you, if you, like I said, you're launching a business or modifying a business or learning a new skill or something like that, dabbling in a new hobby, if people were to criticize you doing that, you're like, no, line in the sand. This is what I'm doing. This sets my soul on fire and I'm going to move forward. Whether you agree with it, you agree with it, or you agree with it or not. And the sun to the emperor. This is you, whether you are masculine or feminine, really taking charge of your life, Leo. You're moving in an entirely new direction toward with a lot of faith and optimism in your heart. And you're moving towards, again, we see this goal here of yours to be both emotionally as well as financially healed and balanced. And your intended purpose here is to be victorious with whatever this new Ace of Wands is that you're moving towards. Strength to the Hangman. I think there was this moment in time where you paused on this. I don't know if I want to close this out, or I don't know if I want to do it differently, or I don't know if I want to learn it or launch it. But this is different. In the After Tarot deck, you're no longer suspended. There's nothing here to think about. You're no longer holding yourself back from moving forward with this. And then we have Judgment to the Three of Wands. I love it. Astrologically, the Three of Wands is the sun in Aries, and you're making the judgment call. I'm going to move forward. I'm no longer at the Y point. I no longer have a decision here to make. I need to put myself first, and that's what you're doing. And I don't think it's selfish at all. You might have people here who call you selfish, but I don't really think you seem to care, because your next card is Seven of Pentacles, so the Fool card. I don't care how long it takes. I'm moving towards the new. I'm wholeheartedly investing in the new business or the new job or finding a new job or learning that skill or writing that book or modifying my business plan. You're wholeheartedly invested. You're taking the leap of faith. And then we move into January. And it seems to be like while you're moving along with this new path, this new goal, this new dream, you get this sudden, oh my God, in the middle of nowhere, this interruption. It's almost like it's coming from within. It's almost like the answer was within this whole time. It's this, oh my God, now I get it. And I think the feeling here for me is, now I know exactly why that didn't work out. Now I know why I had to walk away from it, or why I had to modify it or change it or do it differently. Or now I know why I was compelled to write that book or start a YouTube channel. Like whatever that Ace of Wands is, where you're closing out something in the World card and starting something new in the Fool card. About halfway through January, towards the end of January, you get this realization of, now I know, oh my God, now I know why it didn't work, because this new thing feels so damn good. I feel so aligned to this new Ace of Wands. Again, the new job, the new business, maybe even a new relationship. But it's like, now I'm seeing it. Now I understand why that didn't work out. And this is further clarified in the After Tarot deck, Nine of Cups, the Tower, and the Hierophant. This is the aha epiphany moment. This was something I had to learn in my own time, and I learned it, and now I'm happy. Now I'm truly happy, and I'm not looking at external sources for happiness. The Nine of Cups is very singular. So this decision, I feel like by mid-January, late January, you're starting to see like the fruits of your labor, or you're starting to see some forward movement on this new path, or whatever it is that you're learning or launching. You're starting to see success and progress, and it's making you realize, oh, now I get why that failed. Or you're entering a new relationship, or you're meeting someone new, and you're like, now I get why that didn't work out, or all those other relationships didn't work out. So Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and then you have the Two of Wands. So yeah, for some of you, you are meeting someone new in January. Obviously, I always say the universe is not going to just drop a new person on your doorstep. So if you're looking for that new person, they're out there. But again, you need to put yourself out there. But this individual who's standing next to you in the Two of Wands moving forward with you on this new path, It does not have to be romantic in nature. So if you're a Leo watching this, you're like, I already have a romantic partner and I'm happy with him or her. It could be your new employer. It could be a new customer. It's someone who's helping you with this Ace of Wands, because you're holding the Ace of Wands and they come along and they're like, yeah, I'd like to help you with that. So there's some collaborative effort here, and you can claim that how you want in January: career and finance, love and romance. But there is someone here by your side that's moving you forward, and that's causing part of that realization of, now I get why I had to walk away from that, or I had to do it differently or modify it, because now you're seeing again the results of your efforts, and you're understanding why something didn't work out. Really nice reading for you. New beginning here for the Leo collective. You're standing your ground on this as well. You will not be persuaded to go back to whomever or whatever this is. You won't even allow yourself to talk yourself out of the new path. So it's really nice. Really, really nice. I might call your video standing your ground. I think that's what you're doing. You're standing your ground on this. Okay. All three cards just came flying out of the deck, so we're going to take them. You have release. That I told you, you're releasing something. Again, a mindset, a situation, environment, a connection, maybe just an energetic cord to someone, but you are releasing. It is now safe for you to receive the new. That's exactly what you're doing. An abundance mindset, and that's what we see there. The Emperor is charging forward towards the Sun, 10 of Cups, as well as 10 of Pentacles. You may have the shortest reading out of the 5 that I've done so far, but it is powerful nonetheless. Let's get you an oracle card here, please. One for each row for my lovable Leos. Thank you. I'm going to take that one. I felt the need to take that one. The first one that came out was divine order. Do what you feel is right for you. That's what you're doing. An important lesson is unfolding. Yeah, and come January, that's the look back when you go, now I get it. Now I get why I had to move in a new direction. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, goals are now becoming a reality. Continue to stay focused. And the last card here that I was called to get for you, call to action. It's time for you to take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. That's exactly what you're doing. And that was the feeling I had, like, no one's going to, not even your old self, will draw you back into what you were originally doing or engaging in. Very nice. Let's get 2 kippers for each row, and we'll close it out with your I Ching for the month. And if I feel called to pull tarot on your I Ching, I'll do that as well. For some of them, I didn't, and then for some I did. Let's get 2 cards here for that top row. Getting out of that poverty mindset. Changing your life. I'm telling you, this is going to be big. And making the choice to change your life. All right, I'll show you these in a second. 2 cards here for the bottom row. Okay. Top row. Poverty and privileged lady. Yeah, privileged lady, privileged man. You're moving on from something that no longer served you, whether it's emotional, something you were thinking, a financial problem here, like a job that wasn't paying you well enough. You're moving towards the new. You're finding the new. You're exploring the new, or you're revamping something that you currently did. You're just going to do it differently. So it will be new this time around. Lovers and change. Lovers is the ultimate choice card in tarot. And I do think that you are making the choice to change your life and move it in another direction. And yes, for small select group of you, you are making the choice to leave behind an ex-lover. You're even energetically cutting the cord. You'll take the lessons with you. And if that's the case, come January, you're meeting someone new, and that gives you that aha epiphany moment. This feels so good. Now I understand why that didn't work out. In the bottom row, you have occupation and main female in the reverse. I think you are leaving something that was main to you, was a staple in your life. And again, it could be a job, a career path, the way, for some, I don't know why, I keep feeling business here for a lot of you, but it could be a person, but there's something here that you're now working on something new. You're leaving something behind. It was either the main way you did something, or it was the main person in your life, or the main job, but whatever, whomever it is, you're deciding to leave it behind, and you're now working on something new. We have courtship, mature man, and marriage. Yet there's a new soul contract now being put on path for you. You don't have to accept every soul contract. And marriage doesn't mean it leads to marriage. It could. I usually take that card though as there is a new soul contract, especially when we have courtship and we have marriage, and then you have mature man. So this would be like an evolved soul, if you will, a strong soulmate. Right behind that, we have mature woman. So yeah, you have a spiritual match here to you, either in career and finance or love and romance, now put on your path because you made the decision, the conscious decision, to move in a new direction. Let's get an I Ching here for the Leo collective, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. Nice. You've needed this. You've been stuck. Let's be honest. You've been stuck for a while, doing something over and over again, or entertaining the same person, or holding on to the same resentment, you know, and I get it. We get trapped in stuff, but you're letting it go. You're a fixed sign, but not in the month of December. You're not fixed. You're fixed onto the new. I'll tell you that much, and it looks really freaking good on you. Can we get an I Ching here for Leo, please, for December 2025? Thank you. You have limping. I think that's what you're done with. I'm going to take the Earth card as well. Limping. Take a step back from the struggle and connect with people more than ideals. Seeing helpful people keeps you traveling towards your new long-term vision. That's what you're doing, new long-term vision here. Despite any obstacles or course corrections, someone with experience and wisdom might reorient you. I do think you have a new soulmate here on path, or you may be guided by an inner vision or inner voice from within. How could you see the obstacles differently? I think that's what you're doing. And how can you imagine going in a different direction, a different way? I think that's what you're doing. I think what you're realizing is I've been limping along at this job, limping along in this relationship, limping along at this business, you know, limping along. Oh, I always keep saying I'm going to start my own YouTube channel. I never do. I'm going to learn tarot. I'm going to do this or that. And I think you're done limping. I think you're forward movement. Oh, I didn't realize that card was here too. Great possession. From the source, you're creating success. That's exactly what you're doing. You are rich, either in material goods or in knowledge, wisdom, power, energy, talent, or relationships. Whatever form it takes, you have something real and potent in your possession. Interesting how this fell towards January, or landed on January. So I think come January, you're going to realize why, like, this was the best thing you could have done. That which you have or are, you can give. This pure potential is an opening source and a promise of abundance. And we saw that here with the call to action and your mindset now, having an abundant mindset. So I like this. I feel like that's more of January. And then you have the Earth card as well, which I felt drawn to get for you. From the source, creating success. Again, we see all of this success. The constancy of a mare bears fruit. A noble one has a direction to go. Partners with creative force in the flow of creation. So you are now partnering, and that's what manifestation truly is. It's not just asking, it's saying, okay, God, I'm asking for ABC. Now I'm going to show you that I'm putting in the effort. I'm moving in a new direction. Meet me halfway. And I'm going to believe every day that I'll get there with your help. And you're getting there come January, or someone's being put on your path to help you get there. But you are definitely co-creating, or making the decision to co-create in the month of December. The noble one has a direction in mind, but not the route planned out. I think you're creating your plan here in December. At first, there are many possibilities, but once you begin, guidance and signs will be received to light your way. And I think that's what you're doing. And then it says, lead by example. I do believe that's what you're doing. I want to pull you a card here for that Earth card. I think you're very grounded. And that was, when we think about Earth energy, we think about rooted in the earth. I'm determined to do this. It's very much an unshakable, almost stubborn energy in that Four of Pentacles. And that's the feeling I'm getting. I'm moving in this direction, or I'm no longer talking to you, or I'm doing this differently, or I'm changing the job, or I'm sorry if you don't like the 2-week notice, or I'm going to learn this skill or write that book. And I feel very fixed here. Like you're not, no one's changing your mind from this, Leo. Let's see the cards that came out. Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Emperor. I told you. There's your fixed earth. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Emperor. I've seen everything I've had to see. I'm forging forward towards 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. You're leaving something or someone behind, or like I said, even a mindset. Chariot here, and the Four of Pentacles. I felt that darn card. That's why I love tarot so much. I felt that card, and then you got the Knight of Swords there. So you are definitely forging forward, doing things differently, or deciding to do things differently in the month of December. Not everyone will like it, but you are determined to defend your position. And come January, you're going to realize it was the best decision that you made. That's what I have for you, my love. Again, this is exclusive to you for now. 48 hours from now, the regular subscribers will be able to see it. Come January, the monthly readings will be exclusive to you from there out. So thank you so much for being a time traveler member. I appreciate your support. If you're celebrating the holidays this December, I do wish you a happy holiday season. And until I read for you again, my love, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.